humans OP? ¿Están los humanos OP? ¿El Human Recovery es más grande que el de un guepardo? ¿Hay algún animal que tenga la capacidad de sudar? A los humanos con el camuflaje los jodes vivos. ¡Hostias! Rest in peace, chaval. Hostias. Un hombre que mató a un puma asfixiándolo relata... Es que es la única forma de matarlo. Cogerle la espalda y hacerle un triángulo, como en MMA. Un triángulo es que te enganchen y que te corten la respiración. Eso se lo puedes hacer con cierta facilidad a un puma. O sea, matar un puma en 1 contra 1... Es durísimo eso, es durísimo. A ver, ¿queréis que hagamos, ya que estamos hablando de esto, hacemos un tier list de felinos? Vemos un tier list de felinos, que ya que estábamos hablando de esto. Y para el próximo día vemos el tier list de pájaros y de arañas. Vamos a ver el de aquí, el tier list de felinos, que yo creo que un tier list de felinos mola. Es que, hay muchos felinos muy tochos, la verdad. Vamos allá. El tigre de Siberia mola mucho, la verdad. No sé si será el más fuerte, pero...
Right, so in my video on dinosaur builds, I casually referenced the fact that cheetahs are low tier, which ended with me getting a ton of comments from angry cheetah mains.
¿Cheetah es low tier? Probablemente sí. Es débil, es escuálido. Hay muchos felinos más fuertes. Es muy rápido, probablemente el más rápido, pero no es... Pierde muchísima fuerza a cambio de tantísima velocidad. Why is cheetah low tier? Because they get it handed to them on a regular basis by a lion and hyena players. Que lo trate todo como si fuesen jugadores me parece increíble. O sea, me parece completamente increíble. Que los trate todos como si fuesen players. O sea, me parece increíble. Porque al fin y al cabo son players.
But instead of just making a video on cheetahs, I figured I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone by also finally releasing the tier list for the cat dynasty. First, let's talk about the place cats as a whole are at in the meta. So I don't think it comes as a surprise to anyone that cats are exceptionally effective builds that have held a high tier spot in the meta for more than a while. And though this isn't true of every cat build, of which there are more than 40, cats carved out their spot in the meta by being the best choice by far for anyone looking to play an assassin or rogue.
A ver, mobility muy high, power muy high, intelecto normal, defensa baja, vida baja y stealth al máximo. Es literalmente yo. La verdad.
Their weapons and movement kit are carefully
¿Cómo voy a tener un perro?
Cat players to have an easier time scoring critical hits on their targets than most other carnivore players. Like I said, there are more than 40 different builds possible, so I can't really fit them all into a single video. So instead, I'm going to go over the most popular ones, and hopefully the way I analyze them will help you make your own call if you're interested in one of the less popular builds. So anyways, I'm going to start from the bottom of the tier list and go up from there. Right at the bottom, we've got the cheetahs. They have the highest movement speed of any land build, which is definitely an impressive title to hold. When it comes to scoring kills on builds with high mobility like gazelles, antelope, and ostriches, there are a few better at it than the cheetah. But while this works against those particular targets in that particular situation, it serves no purpose when it comes to actually defending the kill. And as a result, a high percentage of the kills a cheetah gets end up getting stolen by lions and hyenas. Cheetahs need higher power and defense stats.
Ya, eso es cierto, ¿eh? Le pasa mucho al cheetah, que es muy bueno cazando porque es muy rápido, pero luego esas presas no las pueden terminar de comer porque se las acaban robando animales más fuertes. Eso lo hace muy weak. Muy buen punto, ¿eh? Dice un muy buen punto, tío, que luego los animales carroñeros le roban las presas.
It comes to actually defending the kill.
Claro.
And as a result, a high percentage of the kills a cheetah gets end up getting stolen by lions and hyenas.
Claro, es cierto.
Cheetahs need higher power and defense stats to actually be able to reap the benefits of their high mobility. The cheetah's inability to defend itself makes the early game extremely difficult for new cheetah players too. High-level players can't prevent stronger builds from griefing the new cheetah players, and as a result, very few cheetahs even reach the late game where they can abuse their high mobility stat. Long story short, F tier because they get bodied way too hard by competing builds. Indeed,
Estoy de acuerdo.
The lynx. I don't have too much to say about them. They've got low-medium stats across the board with the exception of stealth. And they do possess one relatively useful ability, the ability to move silently through snow. They're best at taking out small prey using stealth, but in my opinion, there are better choices for this type of playstyle, such as the owl or the viper.
Dios,
While they
que
don't
owl!
get nearly as badly as cheetahs, they do have to watch out for cougars, wolves, and coyotes. One level higher and we reach the cougar. While its stealth is actually a bit lower than the lynx's, all other stats are a good bit higher, especially strength. However, it's not quite strong enough to
Cougar
overpower
es
midweights
el-
like deer and elk,
Espuma, ¿no? Vale.
especially strength. However, it's not quite strong enough to overpower midweights like deer and elk without putting itself at risk for taking damage too. While it can climb pretty well, it's most comfortable duking it out on the ground. I've never discussed troll builds on this channel, but honestly the trolling potential with Cougars is too good not to mention. Cougars lack access to the roar move, but that doesn't stop them from trying, and as a result, they have one of the craziest battle cries in the game. Instead
Battle
of
cry.
actually being useful
Hostia,
as an
Juan,
intimidating sonic AoE, it instead sounds almost exactly like a woman being brutally murdered, which is one of the few ways to seriously mess with human players that invade their territory.
¿Un ejemplo? ¡Hostias!
There are
¡Hostias,
two
es
major
verdad!
styles players opt for when going for a
¡Hostias!
combo, the feline style and the panther style. All of the builds so far have been in the feline style, which generally has higher mobility but lower strength. Panther style cats, on the other hand, are stronger, bulkier, and also have access to the panther signature move, Roar. So we're finally going to switch gears over to the panther builds as we continue up the tier list. The Leopard build is the next rung up on the
Leopardo.
tier list, being
Yo también lo
Africa's
pondría en
premier
B.
solo rogue class. Of the panther style builds, this is the smallest. This offers the leopard players maximum mobility while climbing, a trait they
¡Nice!
While it is definitely stronger
Brutal,
than the
eh?
cheetah, it is still no match for gank squads like lions and hyenas. But unlike the cheetah, leopards actually have a way to avoid getting their kills stolen. Leopards can climb much better than any of
Wow.
their competitors, and they do have high enough
¡A
strength
un
to carry
pequeño
their kill up the
hipo!
tree.
¡No! ¡A un pequeño hipo! ¡No! ¡Al pequeño hipo lo ha matado!
Allows them to gain all of the XP
¡No!
they
¡Al
deserve.
pequeño hipo!
All these traits together are in the leopard high B tier. Now we're at A tier, and this is where the tier list gets a little muddy, since we've only got 2 tiers left to place quite a few more builds. If I'm being honest, even though I placed leopards in B tier, the snow leopard players, with their
Leones,
extra stealth
no?
bonus, have a strong argument for A tier. Anyways, at the bottom of A tier, we have the largest of the cats, the tiger. Not many unique abilities, but generally just very high stats.
Sí, sí.
While tigers do
Tigres,
have
goz.
decent stealth, they rely more on their sheer power for winning fights. This allows them to take out tough and dangerous players like the boar. One top tier
¿Viste lo que dice? ¿Viste lo que dice del boar?
This allows them to take out tough and dangerous players.
Tough and dangerous. Players like the boar. Es que el boar es tough and dangerous. Es duro y peligroso. El boar es de los más peligrosos, tío. El puto jabalí. De verdad, el jabalí no es una puta broma. El jabalí es un rival duro. Muy duro. Es un rival durísimo. De verdad, lo es. Un tigre se lo baja, sí, seguramente sí. Bueno, si te engancha bien el boar,
making them deceptively mobile while appearing
te
to have
engancha bien el
average
boar,
speed.
pero claro, obviamente las garras y
Overall,
tal.
if the tier list was simply about who would win in a one-on-one fight, tigers would be S tier, no doubt. Unfortunately, that isn't the case, because even though they'd lose in a one-on-one fight with a tiger, lions are undoubtedly more viable overall.
Sí.
If you watch my videos a lot, you know
El
I
león
see
es
coordinated
A.
attacks as one of the most overpowered strats in the whole game, and lions are basically the poster child for coordinated attacks. So far, most of the other cats we've talked about all generally target players playing squishy targets.
Eso
Lion
mola,
players
¿eh?
are some
O
of
sea,
the only
que se organicen tanto, mola, la verdad.
ones bold enough to deliberately attack a tank. Their highly organized parties they form allow them to control entire sections of the map, and their defined roles prevent leeching and also
Buah, son
protect
muy
newer
tochos, la
players
verdad,
from
los leones.
gankers. All in all, great build, easily A+ tier.
Es
And
A
finally,
plus
we've
tier,
reached
sí.
the top tier, the build that embodies everything excellent about the cat dynasty, the Jaguar. Jaguar is
Jaguar.
the absolute best build in the entire game when it comes to one-shotting players with a critical hit. They have the most damaging bite of any of the cats, enough to pierce armor, and their incredible accuracy lets them nail their target right in the weak point, the back of the head. They may not have the raw stats that
Era un
the lion
dragón de Komodo. ¿Es un puto dragón de Komodo o es un cocodrilo? Es un cocodrilo, vale, vale. Es que un dragón de Komodo debe saber a pura mierda, porque solo come pura mierda.
nail their target right in the weak point, the back of the head. They may not have the raw stats that the lion and tiger do, but they more than make up for it with their special abilities. The most important is their incredible eyes, which negate all stealth bonuses. Most cats have great vision and can even see in darkness, but the Jaguar can even see a target obscured by camouflage or hiding in murky water. The second, less obvious perk is that Jaguars are the most versatile cat build available. They're great sprinters and pristine climbers, but they're also just as much at home hunting in the water as they are in a tree. No other build can boast dominance in the arboreal, terrestrial, and aquatic map zones. They really do dominate. Lions act like they own the place, but they do face plenty of competition. But Jaguars, they do own the place. They could carry their food up a tree if they wanted to, but there's no need. So yeah, a build that can one-shot anything on its server and dominates 3 of the 4 main play zones. That's your S tier. So there you have it. The tier list of...
Es una buena tier list, la verdad. Es una buena tier list. El Jaguar es el más fuerte. Yo pondría al león y al león y al jaguar los más fuertes. Los dos son muy fuertes. Mazo fuertes. Puede que el jaguar más. Sí, puede que sí. El jaguar es muy versátil, tío. Es la polla, la verdad. El jaguar sí, mola mucho, tío. Mi gato es tier S+, correcto. Mi gato sí, pero solo el mío. ¿El jabalí sería tier A o S? Sí. No creo que sea tier S, pero es tier A. El jabalí en unos contra unos. El jabalí se carga a prácticamente todo. El jabalí, de verdad, una madre jabalí cubriendo a sus crías mata a prácticamente toda la jungla. Mata literalmente a prácticamente toda la jungla. Al 99% de la jungla se baja. De verdad, no tiene ningún sentido. Está roto. Que sí, que pierde contra algunos matchups. Claro que pierde, joder. Contra un hipopótamo pierde. Contra algún felino perderá también. Contra algunas cosas pierde, pero da igual. Esa tier gana a la mayoría. A una hiena se la pincha, vamos. Una hiena no le hace nada. A un jabalí, el jabalí lo atropella a una hiena. O a otros animales, tío. O a felinos pequeños, tal, de verdad. El jabalí es mazo fuerte, tío. De verdad, mazo fuerte. Sobre todo porque aguanta muchos golpes, tío. El jabalí, como tenga crías, va a morirse. Le van a estar cayendo las tripas por la barriga y te va a seguir pegando. Y te va a seguir persiguiendo y le da igual. Pero sí, hombre, perderá contra algunos matchups. Seguro que sí. Seguro que sí. Pero lo que pasa es que la gente lo infravalora mucho, porque como es un animal bajito y tal, pues no parece tal, tío. Es un animal que pesa 200 o 300 kilos y que te arrolla. Y que tiene una mordedura hiper feroz, hiper fuerte y hiper dura. Y tiene una piel durísima, tío. Que le puedes disparar una puta bala y probablemente no le atraviese. De verdad que tienes que dispararle con balas punzantes para atravesar esa piel, que está durísima. Le metes un zarpazo y es como meterle un zarpazo a una roca. De verdad, tío, el jabalí es mazo fuerte. Es un animal muy fuerte. Pero, hombre, obviamente, si le pones a pelear con un jaguar que esté fuertísimo, hostia, pues probablemente le gane el jaguar, ¿sabes? Pero, de verdad, es muy, muy fuerte. Las arañas son tier S+. Tengo aquí un vídeo preparado de arañas, pero lo veremos el próximo día, ¿vale? Spider tier list. Lo vemos el próximo día, ¿vale? El de arañas va a ser... Yo creo que en el de arañas no creo que haya mucha gente que lo pueda ver. Yo creo que la aracnofobia es algo que está bastante expandido. Hay mucha peña que no aguanta las arañas, que lo lleva muy mal, ¿eh? Hay gente que le lleva muy mal el tema arañas. Un tier list de vacas, un tier list de ti, quieres decir, no vaquis. ¿Estás hablando de un tier list de ti? ¿De vacas gordas? ¿O de qué hablas? ¡Eh! Lo decía en serio, una hostia, ¿quieres?